So this is the process to submit your quote electronically through BidBuy. So what I'm on the home screen right now is what it's going to look like for you when you are in BidBuy, your screen. So it says you have a couple different options here. It says, welcome back, Dave Luttrell. You're going to see your there. Across the top here, we have some tabs, okay? So you can look up bids. So I'm going to click on bids. Now then I have a whole bunch of options here. Open bids. So when you guys are notified, so you'll receive an email notification requesting a quote for a particular bid. So this bid number here, it's sequential. So if it was recent, you'll see it in the first 5 here. You can click view more, and there'll just be a long list of bids there. Just find the bid that you need to create your quote for. And there's 2 options. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see the hyperlink to the bid, right? Or to the right, you can actually create a new quote just with one click. So what we're trying to do with this process is to make it as simple as possible. You're not going to be entering line item pricing for on some of these construction contracts, you have hundreds of line items, right? You're just going to be submitting the documents that you normally would be mailing.
I have. You mean in the on the laptop?
Hold on real quick. There we go. So we're going to be submitting things the way you normally would, but you're just going to be attaching the documents electronically, similarly to the way you would attach a document in an email. Okay, so let's find I'm in this FB. The first way I was discussing was if you just go straight to the hyperlink. Can we go ahead and have everybody mute? Go ahead and.
You still here?
Hold on just a second, folks.
Okay. All right.
Okay, there we go. So this is what it looks like when you're looking at the bid solicitation. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you create quote. So I can create the quote. Now I'm inside that quote. Could you go mute? Thanks. So you're going to walk each one of these tabs. So we have the general tab moving across to the summary tab. And once we get to the summary tab, you're going to submit your quote. Okay, you don't need to do anything on this first tab. This is the general tab. You don't need to do anything. You can just click save and continue, and you're going to move forward. So we see our first terms and conditions not acknowledged. There's an error. We're going to get to that as soon as we get to our terms and conditions. But the system is just saying, hey, you haven't done this action that we need for you to do. Okay, so we're going to go to the items tab. Now you're not even going to need to do anything within the items tab. So this is what I was talking about, where you could see if you have some of these construction contracts that you have hundreds of line items, you're not going to have to go in and put in pricing for every individual line item. Okay, so you don't even need to do anything on the items tab. We're not utilizing questions, subcontractors, notes. Now we do need to get into terms and conditions. So really, within a couple clicks, you're going to select the terms and conditions and then start attaching your documents. Okay, so let's select the terms and conditions. Do you accept the terms and conditions of the bid? You'll need to select something because it's a hard stop within the system. You'll see the attachments that are available here that may include any of the supplemental terms and conditions, but just know that this is something, it's just it's a requirement for the system to select something here. So I select yes, save and continue, my error goes away. Then I move to attach, and then we will select add file to go in and grab your attachments. Now the good news is you don't have to submit, you can submit attachments one by one, but you don't have to. You can go in and create a zip file and just attach the one zip that has your entire response. So everything that you would have submitted in paper, you could put in one zip file and attach it as one attachment, and then you submit your quote. So I select that, I go to choose file, and then it's going to go into your go into your computer and grab something. So for instance, if I was just going to attach one document, I can go and add one document. I'll click Save and Exit. And you can see there that my document there is attached. Now, we are in the training environment, so there is one extra piece in here that's a little bit different, and you're going to see in the production environment that all of your documents, as soon as you attach them, are automatically going to be defaulted to confidential. Okay, so you're not going to have to go in and mark documents confidential, but we just want to ensure that all the documents that you would submit, they are marked confidential. Okay, so just for today, I'm going in to select and confidential, but you won't have to do that. For instance, let's go back and show you how I did a zip file. Let's say you have all your documents for your response, and we just want to make all of these documents, right? You can compress. I'm using Mac, but you go in and just do compress, make a zip drive. Now I have that zip drive that I can go and attach. So there is no limit. Or I understand a lot of your responses, there's a lot of documentation there, but using that zip file to me seems like the easiest way to do it, so you don't have to go in and attach multiple documents. So I could go in and add file, choose file once again, and go get my zip file there, and save and exit. And then once again, mark those confidential there. It's already going to be marked confidential, just as a reminder. It's just not like that in our training environment. So I hit save and continue. I have all my documents. I scroll to the bottom. I can review everything that's here. You can see that the attachments that you've attached already are right there that you can link to. And then I scroll to the bottom and I hit submit quote. You get a pop-up that says, are you sure you want to submit this quote? Okay. And you're good. Over here on the right hand, once you open up in your quote, the status, you can see that it's been submitted. You also, I just received an email from the system saying that that has confirmation that I did submit this quote. Okay. One question we get is, can I withdraw a quote? What if I submitted it too early and I didn't provide all the documentation I needed to? No problem there. You just go on this summary tab, right? We're still here on the summary tab. You scroll down to the bottom. I can withdraw that quote. Are you sure you want to withdraw the quote? I can do that at any time. So now the status, it's withdrawn. If I needed to go in and add additional attachments, I can. And when it's time to, you see my status is in progress. Again, I can go in and just submit that quote once again. Okay, so pretty easy. Really, it's all up. The two pieces of information that you need to make sure you're taking away from today is that you're going to start on that general tab, hit save and continue. You're going to go to the terms and conditions, select that one, yes, you're accepting the terms and conditions. You go to the attachments tab, upload any of your documents that you would normally submit anyway. With a recommendation of zip drive or that zip file, I think that's going to be the easiest way for everybody. Go to summary tab, scroll down the bottom, submit quote. So really, depending on how you're attaching the documents, that's going to be the big here. But really, with just a few clicks, you've submitted everything that you needed to submit. So let me go back to my home screen so you can see what that would look like. Now, all my quotes that I submitted, right? We found the bids within that bid tab. But if I go to quotes, now I can see all of the quotes in these different statuses, right? So under submitted quotes, I can see that I submit to this quote. It gives you a specific quote number, and you can see that I submitted that quote. Okay? So pretty straightforward, but it's kind of one of those things that once you've done it once, it becomes very easy. It is a new system for a lot of you, so it's just a matter of getting in and doing it once, and from then on you should have no problems. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right now so that you have a nice short video and up to some questions.